There will always be a silver lining around a grey cloud, but you'll never ever see it at the time. Sometimes things are going to happen in life, things are going to work out or they're not going to work out. And really what matters, the most important part, is how you react to those things. I was pretty down when I was first rescued. I first had my sort of first failed mission, if you like. But then actually I figured out, and I learned quite quickly, that it was quite important in terms of like how you react off the back of that. You don't always get what you want, but it is possible to turn things around. And off the back of being rescued in the Indian Ocean, I ended up working on a project out in the Amazon jungle. It was an incredible opportunity that came my way. And I think now looking back, it was probably a good thing that it happened. It gave me a different perspective on things, and it was a real learning curve. There is always, always, always something good that comes off the back of something not going your way. And it's never a failure. It's a case of, okay, that didn't quite go to plan, but what did I learn? And when you go back and you kind of apply that, it will always work out okay. And so I never really look at these things as failures, actually, to be honest. It was, learning curves, really. You only find out what you're really made of when something doesn't go to plan. And you're pretty down and you're fed up and you've got all these people watching you and the pressure's on you to deliver, and something totally unexpected happens. You don't achieve what you want to achieve, but you're all down and fed up. And that is when you find out what you're really made of. Have you got the ability to kind of like dust yourself off, pick yourself up? If you have that ability, you're going to go a long way in life. But if you can't dust yourself off, every time something doesn't go your way or doesn't go to plan, you're never going to get that far. Your brain can often be your worst enemy as opposed to your greatest ally, and it's very important to know how to manage that. And especially when something hasn't gone your way, you feel pretty down and fed up, but you have to look at the positive side of it, of what's come out of that, what have you learned, okay, let's just move on. And I tell you what, if you can develop the ability to be able to draw a line under something that's happened in the past and move on, that ability will stand you in good stead and take you a long, long, long way. I had quite a serious motorcycle accident, and the doctor, I never forget, a lovely guy, he said to me, I don't know if you're going to be able to walk again. And it was a real reality check for me, actually, because you don't realise what you have until you do not have it anymore. So we take for granted the ability to just get up every morning and walk down the stairs and jump in and out of the shower, and you're doing something that you're not thinking about. You're walking around and you're mobile. And when you can't do that anymore, you think, my goodness. And I remember lying in that hospital bed, and I was quite close to the window, actually, and I could hear the kids playing outside in the park and stuff, and I would look out the window and see this blue sky. And when he said to me, I think you're going to walk again, it was funny, because I had a feeling of sort of calm come over me and sort of clear clarity, and I thought, you know what, I know 100% that I am going to row a boat across the Atlantic Ocean. I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but I know what I want to do. And a lot of people, over time I've realised a lot of people are lost purely because they don't know what they want to do. When you know what you want to do, it isn't that difficult to make it happen. I remember I was still on crutches at the time, and I went down to the Southampton boat show, and I would hobble onto their stand on my crutches and pass them a proposal, and they would look at me and say, really? They'd look at me up and down, look at my cast and my crutches and be like, you're going to row across the Atlantic? I'm like, yeah. I remember I was looking out across the harbour wall on day one when I arrived, and the waves are smashing up against the wall, and I thought, my goodness, what am I doing here? And you're like, why don't I go back? I can try again. We can go back, I can look at the boat, I can fix this, I can do that, and then try again. And that is the most dangerous part in terms of, mentally in your head. And I said to myself, and I said to my parents, this boat will have to sink before I get out of it. And if it does, I'll get into the life raft and keep drifting. I'm not going to stop. anything that you think is difficult is not as difficult as you might think. It's just your brain playing tricks on you. And I say this to everyone that I speak about in terms of the row. It's like, you know what? Every single person watching this could get in a boat and row across the Atlantic. I guarantee it. If they're not a very good rower, they've got 3,000 miles to learn. They're going to get very good by the end of it. And you just got to want to do it. You've got to want to do it. If you don't want it, then it will get the better of you. But you don't need to be as fit as you might think to do something like this. The brain will take you so much further than you think it will. What you think is going to be difficult probably won't be. You'll get out there and you'll be absolutely amazed. You'll be amazed at what you can do, but sometimes something just needs to click. And when that thing just clicks, you can become absolutely unstoppable. It's unbelievable what you can achieve when you want something. You have to have the ability to be able to block out any negativity. When you put yourself out there and you say to your family and your friends and people you know, I'm going to do this, you will get people say, are you sure? It's very risky. But the reality is, you will never have anything worth having if you don't take an element of risk and push yourself outside of your comfort zone. And the more you push yourself outside of your comfort zone, the more you get used to that feeling, and you get used to that uncertainty, and things don't bother you so much. Having that sort of ability to be able to not worry about what other people think and just go after what it is that you want will take you a long, long way. Yeah, it really will. Don't get too down when things aren't going your way and it feels like you're going backwards, because the wind will change. It always does. And as fast as you're getting blown backwards, or as fast as things aren't working out, as fast as things are not going your way, just like that, they can change. And you never know what tomorrow may bring. Everyone has a goal inside them. Everyone has their own Atlantic row, everyone has their own Everest, everyone has their own thing. Don't let that beat you up at the moment. It may not be obvious to you, but you will find out what things you love and what your goal could be by just simply doing the things that you like. When you're lying on your own in a bed at night and you put your head down on that pillow and there's no one else around influencing you, telling you what you should be doing and what they think is the right thing to do, it will come to you. But you have to start somewhere, no matter where you start. Your actions are a measure of who you are. Everyone can talk a good game, everyone can say, I want to do that. Okay, go and do it. Learning to be happy where you are now is so, so important. There is no shadow of a doubt, if they were not there whacking me around the face saying you can't sleep, you can't stop, you cannot stop, move, I would not be here today. And I never underestimate that concept of just keep moving. You see, when people encounter problems in life, not just out on Everest, everyone has problems, and human beings are designed and programmed to just stop when something doesn't go your way or you have a problem. But actually, that's the worst thing you can ever do. If you keep moving, you will always find a way to work through something. There's something will work out. A solution will present itself. You'll keep pushing, you'll get to where you want to go. The problem that you had will go away. A lot of people will just stop. And it was descending Everest with a lung infection, which I didn't know at the time, really opened my eyes up to the fact that if you can develop the ability to simply keep going, it's that ability that separates most people. If there's one ability that you want, and it's that ability to just not stop and just keep going, keep trying, you'll be amazed at how far it will take you. No one is ever going to knock on your door in the morning and say, surprise, I've got this great opportunity for you. That will never ever happen, never. But all you have to do is get up and get out and do something. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to have a go at something. There is so much more in you than people sometimes give themselves credit for. To me, there is always a way to make something happen. Always, always, always. And never ever say, I've tried everything. Because if you've tried everything, you will have it. There's no such thing as I can't. Hard work beats talent every day of the week. There is no shadow of a doubt about that. And I think I mentioned it before, even if you are not naturally that gifted at something, if you do something every single day, by default, you will become good at it. That's just, there's no question there. And having that ability to work hard every day will take you a long, long way. I had people tell me, you will not fly around the world. You can't do this. You just stop now. You'll kill yourself. And I would personally say I would never ever spend time worrying about what other people say, whether it's negative or people that doubt you. I've had people doubt me, but that's okay. People are entitled to their own thoughts and opinions. Someone else's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. So doubters are great. They make you work harder. It's no problem. You have to get up every day and get out there.
Thanks for watching, guys. As always, if you want to see the full interview, please go below, and the interview channel is linked below. And the behind the scenes of how this was filmed are also over on our vlog channel. We got in James's helicopter and shut the engines off halfway through, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, and please check out James's YouTube channel. That'll be in the description. He's got some very interesting videos.
And also, if you want to support projects like this in the future, please consider becoming a YouTube member, and maybe check out some of our merch, which is all linked below. As always, thanks for watching. Have a blessed and productive day. Peace.